My name is Ramona Becker, and I am the ICT, which is Information and Communication Technology Manager for New Mexico State University, and I work at the Alamogordo Branch campus. So my primary function is to make sure that all of the information technology pieces operate well within the campus to support both student instruction, education, classroom, coursework, and also just the business operation of the campus. And so that encompasses all of the computers, whether they're PCs, they're Macs. We've got networking, so we've got all of our network infrastructure and cabling. We also oversee all of the telephone communication on campus, which is voice over IP telephone sets. And anything else that connects to the internet, I help manage and oversee the multimedia functions and the distance education functions at the campus, which include Zoom rooms. And then also we're putting in a brand new camera surveillance system. We're upgrading our current system, and because those all operate on IP addresses, then that falls under the realm of my responsibility. And so we just make sure everything works well, is updated, we do repairs. And so the impact of that is that we want to make sure that the equipment is working well so that the education courses are not hindered and that instructors can do what they need to do and students can come and get the education that they expect. And so well-operating equipment is good for that. So we repair things, we anticipate problems that are coming up and try to keep things current. And the other function outside of our campus is that we want to set a good community impression that we are up to date, we are running the state-of-the-art things, we can support our students really well in gaining the education that they're expecting when they come to campus, but that the community understands that we are staying current and that students are our focus for that. I've been in the IT world, as I call it, for over 35 years. I started in high school really loving to work on old Apple products. And so I worked on an Apple IIe when I was in high school and really just enjoyed the experience with working with the hardware. When I went to college for a computer science degree back in the day, most of that was programming. I did not enjoy programming. And so I took and went to work and did PC support and software training for a company where I was living at the time and really enjoyed working with the hardware. So I just kind of continued along that line. I didn't really have a large purpose. I did not finish my bachelor's degree until I was in my 40s. And I got a business administration degree in IT management. And so I have been in management for IT for about 15 years. It took me a while to get there, but I really just enjoyed working with people and working with hardware and PCs and software. And so I just stayed with what I loved for the last 35 years. Some of the technical skills that are vital to my daily work are troubleshooting skills that I have used throughout my career. I started with the basics of hardware repair, understanding what the hardware is supposed to do, so then I know when it's not acting like it's supposed to. I also have used some of the organizational skills that I've come across. Where are those details of phone numbers? Where do I call for tech support? Where are the manuals that I need to look up the reference material? And also, who do I call if I run into an issue? So technical skills are hands-on, but it's also a lot of problem solving. And so I really still do a lot of the things that are physically related to hardware and networking. And those are a lot of the technical skills as I start with the basics and then we go from there and ask a lot of questions. Some of the non-technical skills, some of my soft skills that I use, the first one is that I learned to type. I know that a lot of people use texting and use mobile devices, but really typing is a key to communication and programming along the way in any IT field that you have. The other thing is that even though we work on hardware and we work on networking and cabling, people still use those devices, and we can replace cabling, we can replace hardware, but the people are the important part of that. And to have good listening skills, ask questions, and really be patient with users to get the information, to be able to identify the problem that we're having. So really that personal touch of being connected with the users that are using the hardware is really the second important part of interpersonal skills that go along with an IT, in the IT field. Some of the things that I really enjoy about my work is helping people get over the fear of using technology, because that fear keeps them from being productive in their job. They don't have to be the expert. They just have to know that when they call or they put in a work order or they even just have a question, that I'm going to be kind and I'm going to listen and help them with a solution. So just being aware that everybody has a different way to address something and get to the end point is really important. Anybody that is pursuing a similar career path, I believe you need to learn the basics. You need to learn the basics of hardware and how PCs and Macs and all of the other types of equipment go together for the hardware piece for end users. Understanding the basics of networking, what switches and routers and what do those network cables, what do they mean and how can you install them in the best way possible. Cybersecurity is really big right now. But understanding how the basics work with hardware and software will help you be a better forensic scientist in the IT world or a cybersecurity person. And just continue to be curious. You become a lifelong learner. And then the last piece of advice I would give you is find something that you love to do. I don't like to program, and so I don't program. I use my programming skills to help me troubleshoot. But I really enjoy helping people use IT devices to make their life better. And so everybody needs a piece of IT in their world right now, and so I'm here to help them make that the easiest that it can be.